If you are a fan of the Sioux Falls Stampede, you've no doubt heard the voice of longtime broadcaster Jim Olander.
Absolutely. In addition to play-by-play, the hockey veteran has worn a number of hats over the years with the Herd, and this season is celebrating a milestone.
In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Travis Fossing tells us how he landed in Sioux Falls and what keeps him coming back to the rink night after night.
It's game night at the Premier Center, and Stampede broadcaster Jim Olander is setting up shop high above the ice before heading downstairs for a conversation with head coach Eric Rude.
And here with me, the head coach of the Stampede, Eric Rude.
Olander grew up in Minnesota and attended college at St. Cloud State, where he saw a job posting with the Stampede. He's now in his 20th season with the USHL franchise.
Looked at Sioux Falls as a great place to start. I didn't know a lot about it when I came here, but had the vision to, be here maybe 2-3 years and move on. And had some opportunities, but there's just something about Sioux Falls and this community and that's special. Fleming, long outlet pass.
Olander has done play-by-play since joining the Herd, but also climbed the ranks in the front office, where he's now team president and was recently tabbed CEO.
I don't know that my job will change a ton. I'm just continuing to do a lot of the same things that I'm doing, but none of it would be possible without the great staff that I have.
Juggling multiple roles isn't easy, but Olander has had 2 decades of practice.
It's different than it was before, because before that was my only job. Now it's almost like a getaway from everything else that I have, and it's just something fun. I still enjoy, calling the games. And company picking it up. Harris.
The fact that he still calls games as the team president is incredibly rare in sports. I don't know if there's another hockey team in the country where the team president is traveling on the bus and calling the games.
Corey McDonald joined the Stampede in 2014 and is vice president of sales.
With the skill he has in broadcasting, he had many opportunities where he could have gone up levels and probably, if he wanted to, could have been in the NHL at some point. And so the fact that he was willing to stay here in Sioux Falls and make Sioux Falls his home with his family is a huge blessing for all of us.
Sometimes I can't make it. I listen to him on the radio, and if I close my eyes, I can see that play happening the way he describes it. It is just like you can just see him going down that side of the ice and it's scoring, and then it's, yeah, baby.
Start Wednesday was a slow.
Gail Evans has been the Stampede Housing Family Coordinator for 5 years and is also a fan of Jim Olander, team president.
Any challenge that he's been given or, promotion that he's given, he's just taken it head on. And he's also brought everybody else in that office right along with him.
Everybody's job is important. Everybody has different roles, but we need everybody to do their role well in order to be successful.
Away from the ice, the Stampede plays an active role in the community, volunteering for organizations like Feeding South Dakota and St. Francis House.
They're really looked up to, whether it's just going to the St. Francis House or it's going to a local school. Everybody's looking up to these players and what they do, and the experience they're gaining here is only going to make them better as not only as a player, but as an individual, and that's the key, is we want them to be a better person.
Anything that goes on with a Stampede, Jim has his fingerprints on it because he's just so ingrained in everything.
The giving continues inside the Premier Center with promotions like Pink in the Rink, Military Appreciation Night, and Teddy Bear Toss. But it was the ever-popular wiener dog races that got Olander's foot in the sales door.
We had a wiener dog, and I had this crazy idea of, I thought it would be funny to have these dogs run on the ice, and I had to go pitch it to my old boss, Jim Loria, and he said, yeah, let's give it a shot. And I never would have imagined that, that it was going to take off the way that it did.
When the ice isn't littered with dachshunds, there's the game of hockey.
Non-stop action. There's always something happening. There's always something exciting going on, and that's really what I enjoy the most.
That's what's kept him coming back for 2 decades and for the foreseeable future.
Who knows what the future may hold, but it would certainly have to be something pretty good to pry me away from the Stampede in the near future.
4-2 Sioux Falls! Yeah, baby!
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Travis Fossing.
Olander got his start in broadcasting during high school, but says he started practicing in his basement when he was just 6 or 7 years old. The Stampede returns to the ice tomorrow night at Omaha and is back home next Friday against Tri-City.